Hello grade 9s. We're going to revise HTML. So we now have a picture in a folder, or let's pretend this is your test drive, your H drive, where you're going to do your tests. So you're going to make a folder. So you go to new folder and you type your name and surname and whatever your class is, and then so you got your test folder there, and you're going to go and move cat picture into your test folder. So you just click on it and then drag it like such, and now you've got a cat picture in your test folder, your name and surname. Right, now we have to type, you have to open Notepad. So we're going to go to Start and Windows Accessories, and then you'll find Notepad. So now we've got Notepad. Now we're going to do our code, but before we do that, we're going to save this Notepad file in that folder. File, save as. Very special way. You go to your folder first on your test drive, and then you've got to change the save as type, very important, to all files. And then in the file name you've got to write the name of the file, .html. The Notepad file is going to be called, this one's going to be called cat.html. You have to include the .html. That's why you have to use save as type. So remember, you're saving your Notepad file, so you go file, save as, then you choose save as type, all files, and then you type the file name .html. And if you don't do that, then you won't have a web page. And then you click on save. Now we can go ahead and type in our Notepad. But before we do that, go to Format and Font, and let's make the font large enough so that we can see the code that we type. So I'm doing that. I made it 24. Format, Font, and then you go to the size here and you change the size. Now we've got to use HTML open and closing tags. So this is what you do. You type HTML and then you type /HTML. So that is an opening HTML tag, and that's the closing HTML tag. Now inside there you're going to put all your HTML tags. The next one, we're going to use a head opening and closing tag. So you're going to type head and closing head tag, and then inside there we're going to use the title opening and closing tags. So you're going to type title with LE, and then you're going to type a /title tag. Then we're going to put a word into that title, so I'm going to put the word cats into that title. As you can see, it goes in the middle. Now we have to make sure that we get underneath the head, the closing head title, but this HTML closing tag must stay there at the bottom. And now we're going to use a body opening and closing tag. So here's the body opening, and here's a body closing tag. Must remember that the body closing tag must go just above the HTML closing tag, and everything inside the body is going to be on the actual page itself. The cats is going to be on the tag. I'll show you now. What we do is file and save. Okay, you do file and save, and then you go to your folder, and you'll see there's a web page there, so you can double click that to open it. It's called HTML. I'm going to open it with Google Chrome. And there you'll see cats. Can you see cats over there? Right at the top on the tab it says cats. That is the title that you put in over here. Right, now we're going to go ahead with our body, and we have to put a color in our page. So we're going to set the page color to, say, blue. So we use, inside this opening body tag, we say BG color equals blue. And when you do file and save and then refresh our web page, then it goes blue. So you'll have that and that. So there's your notepad. I just clicked on the bottom here. There's my notepad file. There's my web page. Right, now we now got to use a H1 opening and closing tag. So I'm going to type H1 for opening and /H1 to close it. That means we're going to put something in a heading called H1. And it says set, let's go and make our alignment of our heading to center. So you do it in the opening of the H1. You say align equals center. So there it is. Now we're going to use a font opening and closing tag inside our H1. So we're going to open the font and we will close font because we want to change the way our heading looks. And remember, we're going to type something inside here, and we're going to set our font size to, let's say we'll make it 24, and let's set the font color, let's say we'll make it yellow, and that's how we do it. And then inside there we're going to say, well, okay, any words that is top that you have to type in there. So we'll enter our words in there inside the font opening and closing tags. So when we go file and save, those words are going to be yellow at size 24. File and save, and then you refresh, and then you'll see there's the heading. You click at the bottom to get your notepad up again. Now after the heading, can you see this is all inside H1? Now after the H1 we're going to go and put in a line break, an empty line, and you do that with BR for break, but then you must put a / there. Doesn't matter if you leave a space here or not, doesn't matter. Right, now we're going to use an open and closing paragraph tag like that. There's the paragraph opening tag, and there's the paragraph closing tag. And inside there, well, we're going to make our alignment to center. So in the P there, next to the P, we're going to say align equals center. And then we're going to insert a picture inside the paragraph. And we do that with a special picture tag called RMG src equals, and now we're going to quote the name of the picture called cat JPG. It's in the folder. You're going to type cat in double inverted commas cat.jpg, close double inverted commas, but you must put a / then and a little arrow to close that tag. That is a single tag without opening and closing. It's got the / at the end. Same with the line break, it's got a / at the end. So does the image tag have a forward slash at the end. So there's no opening closing tag like we had open a P tag and close a P tag for paragraph. So that's that. Then let's go and put an empty line after that. So I'm going to make an empty line here, and then let's draw a single line. So this is how we draw a single line with HR. Now I know I left spaces here. You don't have to. You can have it all in one like that. I'm just leaving the spaces so you can see them. But anyway, let's go and see if our picture goes into the web page. Go File and Save, and then we go to our web page and refresh, and there's our picture, and then there's a line down here. It's a very large picture, isn't it? But that's fine. So now we've got the line right at the bottom. We couldn't really see it very well, so let's go and put some more line breaks in. In other words, empty lines. And if we go File and refresh, File and Save, and then refresh the web page. Don't forget you have to do File and Save. You'll see there's some empty lines over here, and there's the line that we drew with the HR tag. Take note, the HR tag is just like the BR. It's a single tag for opening and closing. Now we're going to put another paragraph opening and closing tag. So let's go to a P and a closing P. And inside that paragraph we're going to put in lists. Now we call it unordered lists, UL, which is like having bullet points as you would have in Microsoft Word. And inside our UL, so we've got to insert an unordered list using a UL opening and closing. So you type UL to open, and then we're going to type a closing UL. Take note how the forward slash is now in front. There's our opening and closing paragraph, and inside the paragraph we're going to have an opening and closing UL. And then inside the UL we're going to have list items. So let's say we're going to talk about our cat picture. So I'm going to open a list item with LI, and I'm going to say the cat is brown, and then I'm going to close my list item. Take note how I close a list item, LI for list, UL for unordered list, and then you go to LI for list. And now we have opening list item. We're going to say, okay, it's the cat is a kitten. Okay, so there's another description. And then I'm going to say, what else shall I say about the cat? The cat is cute, or something like that. So there's our 3 list items. Can you see them? There's an opening list tag and a closing list tag over there. And it's all inside the UL tags, and that in turn is all inside the paragraph tag. And now we must make sure that our body tag is above the HTML here at the bottom. Closing body tag, closing HTML tag. Go File and Save, and let's refresh. Now we can see where our list items are. Very small down there, aren't they? They're very, very small. We can change the font size. We can do that in a font tag. Inside the paragraph you have to have a font tag and a closing font tag. Also in just before the closing the paragraph tag, Can you see there's the P for paragraph? We're closing the paragraph, closing the font, closing the unordered list, opening the unordered list, opening the font, opening the paragraph. So that's how you do it. Now if you want to put a size in here, say size equals 28. Let's change the color. We can make it yellow as well. Font color, font size, and the font color. Then we do file and save, and then refresh, and there you'll see that the writing is a little bit larger. Okay, so that is all. Now what if we close everything and we want to open it again? So we close everything. Now we want to open our web page. Well, when we open it, we double click it and we can see the web page, no problem. But what if you want to make changes? Then you go back to that folder where your web page is, and you right click on the web page there, that cat.html, you right click and you say open with, and then you have to choose another app because we're trying to find Notepad. So I click on choose another app, still can't see it, so I click on more apps, and then I scroll down here and I find Notepad eventually, click on it and click OK. So now we've opened it with Notepad. At the same time, then you can go down the bottom here, and there you can see your web page and then your Notepad at the same time, and you can make changes, file and save, and then refresh. And that's all for now. See you later.